in a rainstorm. His hands are rough and weathered, like they were carved from the Grand Canyon. His footsteps are heavy and intense, like he's been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. This man goes by many names. Some people say he's charismatic, fun-loving, and very warm. I know him as a much different man. I know him by Stacey Hodges, also known as Father. Stacey Hodges was born on July 21st, 1969. He had 5 siblings, 3 older sisters, 2 older brothers. And his father had skipped out on his mother before he was born. So luckily she met a man named Robert, who I know as grandfather, and he had raised them. But in order to take care of all those kids, they had to work a lot. So my dad and his siblings never got the attention, that kids need. So this led to him, acting out in schools, and he was kicked out of many high schools, and he eventually dropped out in the 10th grade. Years later, he met a woman. Her name was Sharada, and they fell in love. Sharada Chapman, actually. They fell in love. So much in love that she got pregnant with a young girl who was my oldest sister, Rihanna Chapman. But things fell apart, and they split up when Rihanna was 1 years old. Then he met another woman, the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. Her name was Benita Jackson, who would later become Benita Hodges, who is my mother. And then they had a little girl named Takia Hodges, who's sitting right here, who's my sister. And then on February 26, 1999, you got this. And then on October 29th, 2004, my little brother was born. Growing up with my dad was, kind of strange, He had these really, really strict rules on masculinity. I didn't really get it, because when you're young, you don't understand things like that. According to the American Association of Pediatrics, a child's gender identity is known by the child by age 4. And I didn't understand all that stuff, why am I watching West Side Story and all the boys say, I want to be a jet like Tony, but I kind of want to be pretty like Maria. Or we'd read Romeo and Juliet, and Romeo's just, everyone wants to be Romeo, but I kind of just, I want to be swept off my feet like Juliet, And I didn't get that stuff, So around the age of 4, children typically learn gender roles, and these roles were heavily enforced by my dad. Why do you walk the way you do? Why do you talk the way you do? Boys don't do that. Boys don't do this. Boys are like this. Boys are like that. You're supposed to be like this. So I did what anyone else would do. I conformed. I hate to be like a cliche, because you hear a lot of people say, I knew I was different, but I knew I was different, So then, according to the, never mind. So then, my parents split up when I was in the 11th grade. It was very, very rough for me, rough for my sister. She's very close to him. They split up, and without that negative presence in my life, just telling me who to be and who I should be, I really became someone I didn't want to be, because it wasn't me. I wasn't authentic. I'd talk in a deeper voice. I'd walk. Y'all see me walk. I'd walk more masculine. I'd sit more masculine, whatever the heck that means. And I just really hated who I had became, because it was not authentic. It wasn't the me I knew I was supposed to be. So when he left, I didn't have that presence in my life anymore. And my mom really cultivated that you can be anything you want to be, no matter who you are. That really resonated with me. So on the day he left, I guess you could say someone died that day. And it was the old me. And a new me rose from the ashes, So then, years later, I had sat him and my brother down for a conversation that would change my entire life. I said, for me, I have 2 people, my little brother and my father. 2 people I love very, very much. And I said, Dad, I've known that I've always been different than other boys, but I don't feel like a boy. I don't see myself that way. And what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm a transgender woman. And nothing has to change between us, but I just want you to know that so we can work on this journey together. He looked at me, this horrified, disgusted look. It shook me to my core. We sat in silence, a silence that felt like it went on for eternity, even. And then he said, I'll never forget this word. He said, no matter what you do, no matter how many surgeries you go through, or how you change your hair, or change the way you look, you will never be you'll never be anything but a man. A man. And I was like, wow, that's a lot to get. He said, you're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna ruin your body. Your life is going to end. And the people who tell you that this is okay, that you should celebrate this, they all want to ruin your life too. I really said, you know what? I've had enough. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of everything you said, everything you've put me through. You told me my entire life that I was wrong. And I'm not. I'm beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm done. According to the American, according to the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, 57% of transgender people commit suicide due to rejection by loved ones. And I'm saying for you today, so I guess I'm not a statistic, but I want to say it was because of this man that I can stand in front of you today and say, hello, CST 100, Jacqueline Randall's Principles of Public Speaking class. I can say, hello, my name is Stacey Hodges, and I am a trans woman. There's a song I often listen to in the morning. It's called I Am What I Am from the musical La Cage aux Folles. And I normally lip sync it in my room because I'm crazy. But I thought I'd share some lines from the song for you that really resonate with me. I am what I am. I am my own special creation. And who I am needs no excuses. I'll beat my own drum. Something gets loud, and I think it's pretty. And so what if I love each feather and each bangle? Why not try and see things from a different angle? Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. Oh!